welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here for another 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after. Let's get started. Let's talk about Tiffany and her shoulders. Boy, Tiffany loves an off-the-shoulder shirt. Tiffany loves a cut-out shoulder shirt, honey. Let the shoulder lay, let the shoulder lay. Honey, she love her a shoulder. Ain't no wrong with it. But see, Tiffany, I'm going to need you to get, a little bit more shirts. You can't be wearing them off-the-shoulder shirts all the time. You're going to wear them all the time. You're going to wear them all the time. Okay, girl. Y'all remember Tiffany, don't you? Tiffany was the girl that says that she didn't know she was pregnant until that baby came out. Tiffany says that she didn't have no symptoms, no cravings, her feet didn't swell, that baby did not move in all of the 8 to 9, 10 months. She didn't gain any weight. She said she was always skinny, and I guess that little bit of weight gain that she did gain, I guess she thought that it was gas, or she done ate too many, potato chips. She didn't have no heartburn. She wasn't fatigued. She didn't have back pain. None of that. None of that. And she said that she had her period every month. That's what she said. I didn't say that. That's what she said. So she didn't even know she was pregnant until they told her to push. And then here comes the baby. So she had a baby at a very young age, I think 18. The father is not in the picture, child. Okay? Then she meets Ronald. Y'all remember Ronald, right? Ronald, he is South African. And she meets Ronald, and she was like, ooh, Lord, he's some kind of cute. But see, when she met Ronald, Ronald had a sketchy past from jump. From jump. See, she knew that Ronald, the gambler, had an issue. She also knew, because he told it, that Ronald had a criminal history. Ronald got sticky fingers. I think it was some thievery, some fraud, some money laundering. Honey, it was a whole mess. Honey, his criminal history was as long as a CVS receipt. I said, girl, but what did she do? She didn't think about it. She didn't say, I have a child. I got to think about my child. And here I meet a man with a sketchy background. No, I don't think I need to be with him. Or if I decide to be with him, child, he's going to have to show me a lot. I mean, we're going to have to be together for years. That ain't what she did. She married him. Not only did she marry him, she had a child by him. Even after she knew about his sketchy past. Well, Tiffany, see, there's problems with the visa because of his past. So they got hiccup after hiccup after hiccup with the visa. So she got married to him in South Africa. He ain't over here yet. And he may not be over here because of his past. So, of course, it's stress. Okay. She's having a hard time with the marriage. She needs the support emotionally and financially. Well, that ain't happening because apparently he don't work. He ain't taking care of Carly. He don't send no money, no goldfish, no snacks, no Tootsie Rolls, no socks. He don't send nothing. So she's having a hard time with this, and the pandemic done hit, and that just brings extra stress. She haven't seen them or touched them or held them in 8 months. So she goes to see a lawyer, a divorce lawyer. And so she's whining and complaining and telling him about all her woes. So the lawyer's sitting back looking at her, thinking to himself, you're a whole fool. has to be professional and he can't say that. I said. So of course there's problems with the visa and there's a hiccup after hiccup after hiccup, child. So the lawyer says, listen, okay, what I'm hearing from you is that if you want a divorce, it seems like you're teetering a little bit. You're not quite sure. You may want to continue on with this relationship. I can't help you. This is not a legal issue. This is a counseling issue, a marriage therapist issue. This ain't a legal issue. Either you want to be in this marriage or you don't. That's what you have to decide. So, of course, we hear the same old thing. She don't want to give up on the marriage because this is the father of her child. But he needs to step up. He ain't working. He ain't contributing. He ain't helping me financially. Now, she has already booked a ticket for her and the children to go see Ronald in South Africa. Now, Ronald, he's excited about it. He done went and he done bought a little fluffy animal. He on his motorcycle. He's painting. Child, I don't know what else he was saying. Child, I fast forward through that part. So here comes Tiffany. She FaceTimes Ronald. And she says, we got things to discuss. And he was like, what's up? And she says, well, I canceled the flight. He said, excuse me. She says, I canceled the flight because I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for everything. See, I'm paying for everything. I'm struggling myself. I can hardly feed myself, and I can hardly go to Ross and buy every cut-out shoulder shirt known to man. I can hardly feed my kids. But I go and spend money on a flight to see you, which you are my husband, and you are the father of my child. I cancel it. If you want us to go over there, you pay for the flight. Get a job. Contribute. You do nothing. But let me tell you what you did do. You made sure that your motorcycle was fixed, and it costed $3,000. Ronald said back there, said, I know you are out of your mind. He said, what does that have to do with one thing and another? Okay? She said, you need to contribute. You could have spent that money sending it to me. He said, Don't try to put all this on me. You know it's hard out here in South Africa to find a job. I want to see my child. Well, Tiffany said, if you want to see the child, pay for it. Tiffany. And this is for everybody else too. We have talked about this, friends. They rush into this relationship. They rush into marriage, knowing what the person was when they married them. But then they think, oh, in time, they're going to change. Or I'm going to change them. Not going to happen. Let's just say me. Let's say I dated a street pharmacist. Okay? I knew he was a street pharmacist when I dated him. I continued to date him. I marry him and have a child. After that, he goes to jail. And I get up here and whine about how he went to jail for being a street pharmacist. What sense does that make? You knew what Ronald was when you met him. He didn't have a job. He had a gambling problem, and he had a criminal history as long as a CVS receipt. And now and now you're saying, I want a divorce. He's not who I thought he was. Let's move on. Let's talk about Broadback. Broadback is getting ready to have that surgery. She's in Beverly Hills. And she's meeting up with her doctor. And her doctor was like, you know, everything's going well. How are you doing? Angela, of course, her boobs are down to her ankles, child. Honey, them boobs are out of control. And so she's shifting and moving and giggling and goggling. And her cigarettes come out. And so the doctor was like, are those Marlboros? Girl, you got a pack of cigarettes in your tits. And so here's Angela. Oh, where'd that come from? These cigarettes. What is it? Oh, it's a lighter too. She done pulled out a lighter betwixt her tits. Now, the woman who's working with her has already told her, quit smoking. This can affect your surgery. There could be all kinds of complications. Here's Angela. Just laughing and giggling and squalling. So they're telling her, you keep smoking, it can be a problem when you have surgery, okay? You could die. Angela is sitting there, acting shocked that this may happen to her if she continues smoking. She act like she ain't never heard of the Surgeon General. She act like that on the cigarettes, it says cigarette smoking can cause this, cancer, can cause birth defects, da-da-la-la-la. She's new to this. This is a shock. But she says that it's hard for her to quit smoking. I'm sure it is. Oh my God, I'm sure it is. But girl, don't act like you're surprised by what they're telling you. So the doctor says, when you lose weight, you're going to lose a lot of weight all at once. Okay? You need to quit smoking. You need to exercise because you're going to have loose skin. Okay? You're going to look like Droopy the dog. Bless me. Bless me. Y'all, my allergies, man. Woo, this pollen. It is tearing me up. So Angela, she was like, oh, so I can't do a little push-ups and sit-ups. He was like, no. Okay, when you start losing all that weight, that skin's going to be hanging, and I cannot do that surgery. But I know someone who can do it. So you need to go over there and talk to him. So Angela, she goes over there, and lo and behold, who is it? It's the same doctor that helped Gorilla Glue Girl, child. It's that doctor. He's cute. Of course, Angela sees a dog-skinned chocolate man who's attractive from Ghana, and she says out her raggedy mouth, he looks like Michael. Y'all, at that point, I just wanted to squeeze myself through my TV and just headbutt. Broad back. Michael don't look nothing like that man. So here's Angela, flirty, giggling, acting like she's 16 years old. She done told this doctor, you smell good. You look good. Then he was like, listen, I'm going to have to do an exam. I'm going to have to, examine your breast. Here's Angela. Oh, you're going to fill me up? You're going to fill my breast? He was like, oh, God, no. He said, I'm going to step out this room and throw up. But it's a difference between touching and examining. Ain't nobody trying to touch them. I'm examining them because I'm a professional. I'm a doctor. Did y'all see what that woman was looking like? That woman was like, you a whole idiot, broad back. Angela just sitting up there embarrassing herself and everybody that she loves with her foolishness. See, this is why I don't like broad back. Because see, if Michael was sitting in that seat and there was an attractive doctor in front of him and Michael was to tell that doctor she smells good, woo-wee, Angela will be on the plane in 2.5 seconds. And when she lands, she's going to rip his head off. It's okay for Angela to be flirty, you know, cutesy, having inappropriate talk with a doctor, but not Michael. Let's move on. Child, we have Brandon and Julia, child. They still in Las Vegas. They having a good old time by the pool. There's a girl or server or whatever bringing drinks and she got nice boobs. And here's Julia talking about you looking at her. Brandon was like, huh? You looking at her? Brandon said, I was looking at you. I was doing a drink order. Ain't nobody looking at her. You looking at her. See, I think you was looking at her. Julia says that she's jealous. Julia, you don't have nothing to be worried about when it comes to Brandon, okay? All these people talking about, I'm jealous. Honey, you ain't got nothing to be jealous about. So, they get a phone call from Brandon's mom. Brandon's mom says, some mail came from you, Julia. Can I read it? They was like, go ahead. It is Julia's green card interview. So Julia has to get ready to go for an interview for her green card, which means, you know, she will be able to work. It will be her residency in the United States. Green card. So she's nervous about it, but excited. So later on, they go out to dinner. Lovely place, honey. Ooh, that food looked good. So Julia says, you know, I want to live in a bigger city. And so Brandon said, listen, I ain't going to live in no bigger city. We are not living in Vegas, okay? The best I can do is Richmond. See, I told y'all this before. Nobody don't want to listen to me, though. I don't know. The best I can do is Richmond. Okay, that's the best I can do. Because, see, that's closer to work. And so Julia was like, listen, I'll take Richmond for now. But, you know, maybe later on we can move on up like the Jeffersons. So Julia says she's excited about getting her green card because that would mean she could get a job. Yes, Julia, that's your priority. The J to the O to the B. But Julia said that she ain't going to be working at nobody's Mickey D's or nobody's Walmart or nobody's Kroger or nobody's receptionist. She ain't going to be doing all that. She says that she wants to be a wedding planner or decorator. So Brandon, while he's eating, he's looking at her like she got two heads. He says now, her expectations is up here. She needs to bring them down here. Wedding planner. Girl, you got broken English. See, Brandon said, see, when you try planning a wedding for someone, the greatest day of their life that they want to remember forever, and there's some communication problems, what that gonna look like? So of course, why don't you support me? You just break down everything. You don't support me. You don't help me. You don't do anything. Where's the support? Because I support you. Brandon said, girl, I support you, but you gotta be realistic. Ain't nobody gonna hire you as no wedding planner. You ain't Jennifer Lopez. Julia, the wedding planner, coming soon. Okay. But you know what? Hey, if Julia wants to follow her dreams, then let her. I want to see that process. I want to see how long that lasts. So Julia gets upset with Brandon because she feels like Brandon is not supporting her dream. And Brandon don't want to live in a big city. Brandon says, oh well. Y'all, let's move on. Asuelu, Kalani. They go out on a little day date, okay? They go to some crepe shop. I don't really know how that works. I guess it's just a place that make crepes, but I would try it. I sure would. I sure would. So, Kalani tells Asuelu while he is scarfing down an egg crepe. Did y'all see how he ate that? I mean, it was gone. And she says, listen here, I need to tell you something. My sister's lease is up. Now, I thought that her place was getting renovated. But anyway, I guess it's a new place. Okay. My sister coming to stay at the house. And at first, Asuelu was like, well, why didn't you tell me that? You know, that's something you should have told me. How long have you known? And so she was like, listen, it's been a week. But just know she's coming. Okay? So this conversation turned awkward real quick. Didn't y'all find this conversation awkward? Asuelu says, I'm cool with it. Very creepy. While shoving that crepe down his mouth. I'm cool with it. In fact, we need to roll out the red carpet. We need to clean the house. We need to get groceries. We need to cook her favorite meal. We need to get flowers. We need someone in the back singing, welcome home. I mean, we need to, have a full-blown welcome back party. So Kalani is looking at him like he got two heads. She's thinking to herself, now, y'all don't get along. Okay? She done cussed you out. You done had words with her. And now all of a sudden you good with this? I'm confused. I'm shocked. So here's Asuelu. It's a new me. I'm a new person. I mean, I don't have to work. I got a roof over my head. Don't have to work. I can eat whatever I want to. I can go wherever I want to. Why shouldn't I be happy? Everything is green on my side. I'm a new person working on myself. Better myself. I want to show you that I can be that guy. Then Asuelu starts crying. Stop lying. I said, baby, if you don't put another crepe in your mouth, what you crying for? He got emotional. So here is Kalani. She's like, oh my God, he's so emotional, he's crying. See, usually in the past, his tears would be used as manipulation. But these tears seems genuine. I'm shocked. I don't know how to take this. Me either. What's behind those tears, Asuelu? I wish you could cry over a job application. I wish you could show some tears on getting a good paycheck. See, that's what I think. Let's move on. Let's talk about Natalie and Mike, child. It's Mike's birthday. And so Natalie, she ordered some food, some sushi that looked absolutely delicious. Did y'all see the creaminess of that sushi? But that looked good. Ooh, I could just, ooh. So she thought, you know what? It's his birthday. You know, we haven't really been getting along. Let me do something nice. Why is it in their confessional, Natalie is sitting over here and Mike is sitting over there? But we want to think that, but TLC and the idiots of the production company want us to believe they're happily married. So they start talking about Thanksgiving and how they are going to go to his mother's for Thanksgiving. He's excited about it. Of course, Natalie has her reservations because, see, that mama can't stand her. We all know. Natalie says that it was Sasquatch's mom that convinced him to cancel the wedding. He grown, Natalie. He made a grown man's choice. He decided that. He chose that. Did his mama express that y'all don't need to get married? She may have, sure. But it was his choice to do it. He blaming that mama. So they're talking about Thanksgiving and food and, you know, she's going to make her unseasoned dish that nobody is going to enjoy. And then she starts talking about his friends. Am I ever going to meet your friends? You know, I would like to meet your friends. I mean, when you lived in Reno, Nevada, you had a whole bunch of friends. He said, I had a whole lot of friends. It was great. So she wants to go back there to meet the friends and have a little fun. And so he says, I don't know. I mean, my friends are cool. You come off a little harsh, rude, condescending, hateful. See, that's how you come off. But see, Natalie sees it as her being from another country, and that's why she has that type of attitude. So he was like, no. You being from another country have nothing to do with that, okay? You don't have to be nasty. That's your mannerisms. That's your trait. You're just a miserable person. He didn't say that, I did. So then she says, because this is what she does, she cut just a little slice off. And she says, oh, well, the reason why you don't want me to meet your friends because, you know, they're sending you naked pictures. See what I'm talking about with Natalie? Well, nobody ain't talking about no naked pictures. And furthermore, did this friend from Nevada send the naked pictures when you all were together? When you were married? When did she send these naked pictures? Because, see, we have seen Natalie jump to conclusions before. Now, if this woman does send him pictures of her boobs after y'all were in a relationship or married, we'll have a discussion about that. So, of course, Mike, he says, oh, no, I'm not doing this. So Mike stands up and leaves. Natalie standing there, cracked face once again. So she's talking to the producers. Producers like, what happened? Natalie says that one of Mike's friends from Nevada sent him a picture of her boobs. We see Mike. Mike had his bag, honey. She said, what are you doing? Are you leaving me? He said, I sure am. He said, I'm not going to listen to this BS. He said, it's still my birthday. I'm going to go home, leave you here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get just drunk. I'm going to take shots after shots after shots after shots. I'm not here for the foolishness. I'm tired of it. So he said, here's the key. Honey, Mike took his feet to the street. He said, peace out. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, we got Andrei and Libby. Now, as we know, Andrei asked Chuck for $100,000. He got shut down. So Chuck has called a family meeting. A family meeting. To discuss Andrei working for the family business. But he don't want Andrei at this meeting. Okay? Andrei can't come. And he is in his feelings about it, honey. He is mad, honey. He is hooker coochie hot. But Andrei was actually doing work. He was folding clothes, child. I said, Lord have mercy. He folded them clothes. I bet you after he folded them clothes, he took a nap. Andrei allowed to go to this meeting. Libby said, you can be over there, be mad, stay mad, okay? My daddy said you can't come. Now, we're going to have to discuss if you can even work with the family business, okay? So, I'll let you know. So, Libby, she goes over to Chuck's house, okay? There's Charlie and his wife. There's the two sisters, and then there's the sister's husband. And so Chuck proceeds to tell the family that Andrei asked for $100,000 and that he wants to flip houses and that Chuck is considering having him work for the family. What y'all think? Child, honey, everybody was like, you done lost your mind. Andrei don't need to be working for the family. I don't like this. The sisters got something to say. They fussing. Then here comes Charlie. He got a whole lot to say, child. So the sisters is like, okay, for Libby. Okay, I don't mind Andrei working with us. Okay, but he's going to be coming up in here telling us what we need to do. He's going to have to fall back. He's going to have to listen to what we have to say. It's our family. It's our business. If we tell him to grab a mop, he need to grab it. If we tell him to grab a broom, he need to grab it. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. That's what you do, Andrei. But see, Andrei, he just looking at that $100,000. Y'all remember that? So Charlie, he's like, oh no, I don't agree with this at all. Andrei has come into this family and mooched ever since he's gotten here. Have any of y'all asked for $100,000? Hands? That's what Charlie said. Have any of y'all asked for $100,000 and got it from Dad? Why is Andrei so special? He has showed us who he is. He's a bum. He's lazy. And I don't like it. And I don't like him. Now see, Charlie, I was with you there until you said those fatal words. He's a criminal. Everybody in that kitchen was a criminal, except for the brother-in-law and the sister-in-law. Libby got her mug shot. Didn't everybody in that kitchen, except for the in-laws, have a mug shot? Charlie, you got a mug shot. See, just like Andrei, he has a number. See, when you go to prison, you get a number. When you go to jail, you get a booking number. What was your number, Charlie? Pot meets kettle. See, you can't call Andrei a criminal when you got a mug shot yourself. So Chuck said, listen here, okay? This is just a thought. This is to help Libby, okay? Let's see what he does. Let's bring him aboard. And then we will take it to if I should give him some money so he could start his own business. Libby was confident, wasn't she? Libby was like, I get what I want. I know that he's going to work for the company because I get what I want. See, I got my dad like this. So Charlie says, F him. F him. Libby, she gets to screaming, honey. And honey, cries not flying. The sister's out there trying to calm her down. Here comes Charlie. He can talk about he apologizes. And he will give, Andrei a chance. And all this bunch of mess. So Libby comes back home. And she tells Andrei what happened at the meeting. Libby said, you're going to have to work with Charlie. If you want that $100,000, if you want any type of money, you're going to have to work for the family and Charlie. Honey, Andrei says, I don't want to work with him. Andrei was hot. Andrei says that he don't like Charlie. Charlie cut a shot at our wedding. He threatened me. He tried to fight me. I don't like him. I haven't even talked to him in a year. Why do I want to work with him? Libby says, you want that money, don't you? what needs to happen. Libby also says that people in Moldova have a work ethic and they are hard workers. You picked the wrong Moldovan because we have never seen Andrei work hard. It almost killed him folding them clothes. They're hard workers. They may be, but you married somebody who isn't. You married somebody who thinks that they should be giving something instead of working hard for it. See, that family business was there years before Andrei was in the picture. How dare he thinks that he can just walk on in and do nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's Libby. Hey, Libby. Her hard-working husband. That's it, y'all. That's all I can give, okay? What y'all think about this episode? Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends,